everyone, I'm Sandy, and today I have a tag for you. But first, I'm very excited because I got new lighting. I don't know if you can tell or not. To me, it feels very, very bright, and I feel I feel very visible right now. So, yeah, but very cool. Hope you like it. Leave me a note in the comments below if you notice a difference. But I know if I look up, you can see the ring, but most of the time I just look straight on, you don't see it. So hopefully it looks good. But the tag that I am going to do today is of course one that I wasn't tagged in. I don't know, mainly because I really like it and it's just a fun, easy one, and it won't take me a long time to film it, which is the 26 random questions tag. Now, this tag was originally created by David Murphy, but I actually saw it on Steve Donahue's channel. I will leave a link to both of their videos below. And I'm really excited just to do it today because it's just kind of a fun, easy one. But let's go ahead and get into the random, very, very random 26 questions. So prompt number 1, what was your most recent YouTube rabbit hole? I don't have time to watch any YouTube other than BookTube. So I don't really have a rabbit hole to talk about, unfortunately. Number 2, what song is currently stuck in your head? I apologize in advance for this one. So this is because of the 1001 Book Countdown, and it's the final countdown. Dun, 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 that didn't break your eardrums. All right, but that's the song that's stuck in my head. 3, what kind of music do you listen to the most? I love older music. If you put 50s, 60s, 70s, classic rock, it tends to be what I listen to all the time. Thrown in with a few newer releases. There are some Kelly Clarkson and things like that as well. Absolutely. Number 4, what is something you need to get better at? Skiing. I'm a horrible skier. I go down the hill on skis, but I don't know if you could call what I do skiing. But yeah, skiing I'd like to be better at. And yeah, I'm going to say skiing. Why not? Number 5, do you set goals? What are your goals for the end of the year and next year? I don't really have any goals for the end of this year that are kind of personal goals. I do have obviously my 1001 book countdown, which I have 3 more books left on for the 2021 goal, and I set a goal of 52 for next year. Beyond that, I don't know that I have a ton of other goals. I certainly don't have like subscriber goals or anything like that. If we're talking BookTube in general, not so much. I mean, I'd like to be able to retire by the time I'm 55. That's a pretty ambitious goal, I guess. Number 6, when was the last time you lost your temper? Yeah, my poor husband probably gets the brunt of my temper. And it was probably over something really silly, like how we wrap the cord around the hairdryer, because that is currently what we're disagreeing about, is the proper way to wrap the cord around the hairdryer. It is the most ridiculous argument I think we've ever had in the entire time we've known each other, but it's an ongoing one, which is super fun. Number 7, do you swear too much? No, I rarely swear. I never swear on my channel, but in person, it's rare. Number 8, do you spend too much money on shoes? Not anymore. Ever since I started working from home, I don't have a reason to buy shoes. It's just not something that I need to do right now. Now, if it's hiking shoes, I will spend a small fortune on a hiking shoe because that is the one thing that can destroy your hike if you have poor shoes. But outside of that, no. And I don't have as many shoes now because I work from home, and right now I'm barefoot. So I have slippers, but yeah, I'm not spending anywhere near as much on shoes anymore. Number 9, what is the worst book you have ever read? Wow. The worst book For content or for writing, I guess. Content, The 120 Days of Sodom by the Marquis de Sade is a pretty horrible content filled book. It is one that is just really tough to get through. This year, the worst rated book I think I had was Rabbit is Rich by John Updike. But I can't think of like one that is like, this is my least favorite book of all time. I can't think of that. Number 10, are you a homebody or are you more adventurous? I tend to be more adventurous. Pre-COVID, I was really adventurous. I mean, I will go out hiking, biking, kayaking, whitewater rafting, scuba diving, travel all over the place. Post-COVID or during COVID, I tend to be a bit more of a homebody, and I hate it. I would much rather be out and outside somewhere doing something, traveling somewhere, getting on a plane, going to wherever has the best deal right now, which is how my husband and I often would travel. And now we're just feel stuck a little bit. But yeah, most of the time I'm pretty adventurous. And so, yeah. Number 11, do you take naps? Yes. In fact, after I'm done filming this and edited it and get it uploaded, I'm going to go take a nap before I have to make dinner. I love naps. I love naps. I love naps. Number 12, have you ever been to Minnesota, the greatest state? No, I've not been to Minnesota. 13, have you ever tried to emulate someone? No, I don't think so. The one thing that's really interesting about this one is we have a couple of cousins who have accents, and every time I am around them, I keep like doing weird like accents that are not mine. And like, why am I trying to start talking like our cousin? I don't talk like that normally. And it's very strange. I don't understand why I do that. 14, what is the worst food you have ever eaten? Oh my gosh, I cannot stand liver. Liver and gizzards. Ugh. That, and when I was growing up, my mom, when she would make Brussels sprouts, would make them like boiled Brussels sprouts. There is just that slimy consistency of a boiled Brussels sprout that is so disgusting. I'm going to have to say boiled Brussels sprouts and then followed closely by liver that tastes like poo. I'm assuming. I've never eaten poo, but yeah. That just tells you also how I don't swear, because I could have used a different word there. All right. Number 15, do you enjoy bars? What kind are you, or have you been a regular one? No. I don't enjoy bars too much. If, about the most you'd get from me is a karaoke bar if a bunch of my friends were going. I just never have been one to, I've never been one to go to a bar. Number 16, have you been hungover? Yes. Number 17, when was the last time you laughed out loud while reading? I laughed out loud while reading Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. There were some just really funny sections of that book, just where I don't want to spoil it, because sometimes the smallest things in the book are the funniest things to me. But yeah, I laughed out loud reading Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. Number 18. Oh, and it says, when was the last time you laughed out loud while reading? Yeah, it was last week, I guess. How would you label or describe, 18, how would you label or describe yourself politically? More Democrat leaning than anything else. I care more about issues rather than like a particular side. And I tend to be more liberal in nature, is what I would say. Number 19, what was the last movie you watched? It was The Alpinist, which was a free movie on Netflix, which was about Marc-Andre Leclerc, who was a very adventurous outdoor free solo climber, and who unfortunately died very, very young. But that was the last movie I watched, which was last night. Number 20, do you want kids? Do you wish you had kids? If you have kids, give a piece of advice. I have one, but he's not a child anymore. He's a full-grown adult who's actually a commercial flight instructor right now. He's a pilot, which is terrifying to me, that my child who, is out there flying a plane right now. But I have one child. My piece of advice would be pick your battles, and try not to sweat the small stuff, because there's some big stuff that will happen that is really important and critical. And so try and not sweat the small stuff. Number 21, do you get along with your siblings? I only have one brother. He's an older brother. And yeah, we get along. We don't talk as much as, we really, I think, like to, but we're both busy working professionals, and sometimes it just gets away from us. So, but yeah, I do. I get along with my brother. I've taken trips with my brother. We went on a cruise, things like that. Number 22, what is a book you have serious issues with but love? I struggle to think of one in this kind of, without practicing it too much. The book that immediately kind of comes to mind is Gone with the Wind. I remember reading that probably about 15 years ago and loving the book, and just didn't want to put it down. And the more educated of a reader I have become, like, just more problematic, how much more problematic the author and the content was. But I still want to say I just loved reading that story, even with kind of the problematic content. But yeah, I would say Gone with the Wind. Number 23, what is your favorite theme song to a movie or TV show? I don't know, but I will admit to watching Knight Rider on Netflix recently, and that has a pretty interesting theme song that might get stuck in your head as well. Number 24, do you like your job? If you switched careers, what would you do? I do like my job. I work in IT. It's something that, is just really matches my personality and skill set, and really love the company I work for right now, and feel very spoiled that I'm allowed to work from home all the time, and they really tried to take care of everyone during the pandemic. And so it is something that I do really appreciate and enjoy the company I work for. If I switch careers, what would I do? Something outside. Yeah, unless there's someone that would pay me to read, where I didn't actually have to write reviews, because I'm not a writer, but I love to read. So yeah. 25. What is something you love about the city you live in? I live in the Seattle area, and I love that I'm close to water, mountains, hiking within a half hour, pretty much, of any of those. And so that is the one thing that I just love about where I live. It is so incredibly beautiful here. Very, very spoiled with the amount of trees and green, and you go and hills, and you go somewhere else and you just see flat, and this area is just amazing. So yeah. 26. Who is your celebrity crush? I don't think I have a celebrity crush. I can't think of one right now that's coming to mind. Yeah, I can't really think of one. I don't really get crushes on celebrities. So yeah, but that is actually the end of the 26 random questions tag. And I do have my little jar, which you can see it really pretty color in this light, but I have my jar. So let's go ahead and draw a few people, because I think this is kind of a fun and just, random one. So the first one is going to be Maria over at MH Books. She's been off and on, but she did have a video recently. So Maria, if you're watching this, you are tagged. And then the next one is Elle Thinks, which is great. I'm doing a buddy read right now with Elle, Detransition Baby. And then the last one will be Katrina Reads. That's great. I am very excited. I don't know that I've ever tagged Katrina before, but all of these channels are absolutely wonderful. If you're not familiar with them, please definitely go and check them out. I'll leave them linked in the description below for you. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of my new lighting, because to me it feels very bright. And until next time, everyone, bye.